We back.
I'm pouring up purple, flowing off potion, mixing Sprite, rolling up purple, smoking on dope.
Do you have to be Chinese to wear this?
You don't have to. Anybody can wear.
What prompted you to make that video?
I made that video to prove anti-white ivory tower professors like the one in your studio wrong. I mean, this video and the others that I've made like it with Native Americans, with Mexicans, with the Chinese you just watched are irrefutable evidence that people like that professor are exactly wrong on cultural appropriation. And if we want to go back and we want to talk about the hairstyles and things, just bringing this up, I've seen people get offended by braids and say, oh, you know, braids are a black people thing and white people can't wear braids. It's called a Dutch braid. It was from back in Nordic times, old Nordic times, with white people, with Vikings would wear braids, yet people want to come and claim that it's some part of their culture now. No, you can't claim that something is just a part of your culture either. It's for people to share and celebrate and use so you can actually have a society that is cohesive and works together as a melting pot, not all these different groups that can't work together because everyone's so offended. The only people who are actually offended by cultural appropriation don't really have anything else of meaning going on in their lives, it seems.
I mean, he do got a point. Like, what y'all think? I feel like he got a point. I feel like he's saying some stuff people need to hear nowadays. So.
Wow. Holy crap, the Republicans are going full mask off. This viral tweet by a Republican said, "Become woke's worst nightmare." What do you notice about this picture? Yeah, this AI image is all white people with blonde hair and blue eyes. Where does that sound familiar from? Oh, that's right. It's what Hitler wanted Germany to be during World War II. You know, blonde, blue-eyed, athletic, and tall. Like, let's be real here. That's what this person is referencing, and all these Republicans on Twitter endorsed it. I mean, the support this tweet got was truly sickening. I guess for many Republicans, this is apparently woke's worst nightmare, and it's their ideal world.
Wow. Wow, yeah, that's something I didn't even know about. Like, and then for people to be endorsing it, I mean, I don't know.
I'm a mathematician and a physicist here, a double major, and I also just won the most prestigious award in the country to pursue research at any institution I want, the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship. So I think I'm pretty qualified to say that most of what you're saying is based on old data. For example, gender identity disorder, that's the DSM-4, bro. We use the DSM-5 now for psychologists to be able to talk about...
I literally cited the DSM-5 in the speech, and it's called gender dysphoria, which is a term that I use throughout the speech, not gender identity disorder.
You sound like a bozo, bro. And you get no pussy, and you can't even make your wife wet, bro, so what's good? I'm a mathematician and a physicist. You cannot tell me...
So I have a question.
And also, you're not a biologist.
So I have a question.
I'm 20.
As a mathematician and a physicist, what in the hell do you know about human biology?
And you got your law degree from Harvard. What do you know about biology?
If your logic is so flawed as a mathematician and a physicist, I would suggest that whichever institution gave you an award, revoke it immediately.
I mean, that was a good comeback. I mean, he was kind of rude and disrespectful. I mean, you got to respect your elders, man. Y'all should know that. Your youngins out there. You know that.
It blows my mind how nobody's talking about this. Watch this video. Pay attention to what David Dobrik says happened to his friend.
But the point of this story is she really wanted to be famous, I guess. That's what she wanted to be. And she met somebody who could promise her that. And she met somebody, have you ever heard this?
No.
She met somebody, this is crazy. And he was like, I know how to make you famous. And she's like, how? And he's like, we can turn you into anything. Like,
Scientology.
We can turn you, honestly.
It may have been something like that.
We can turn you into a singer, an actor, whatever you want.
Bro, this story gets crazy. Like this video and follow me for part 2. Let's get it.
I don't know what y'all think. Sound like some scary shit, right?
There's a video that I 100% legitimately play in my mind when I'm tired. I say good.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on, and he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem, and he said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah, when things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted.
That's funny.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive.
Do you see what Donald Trump Jr. tweeted?
No.
That Biden is like a web browser? It's a hilarious meme. His mind is like a web browser. 19 tabs are open, 17 are frozen. He has no idea where the music is coming from.
That's hilarious. Now, why y'all do Biden like that, man? Like, stop with the Biden slander. It's too funny.
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze into anything, but no one trusted us. I don't know how to convince the guy that owns the original Maryland dress that I'm a shapeshifter.
What? Scary stuff in Hollywood, man. I tell you, man. You never know what's going on out there.
So I know many are wondering why Elon Musk changed Twitter to X out the blue. I'm putting two and two together. They love to tell y'all. Now, if y'all didn't know, it's something called Disease X. Back in late May, they even put out an article saying, what is Disease X? COVID experts warn it could cause deadlier pandemic. They even have something called a Disease X Act. It's even more articles telling you to prepare for a Disease X. So that's really the main explanation on why he most likely changed Twitter to X out the blue.
Yeah, I was wondering that too, like, out of nowhere, because it's like, Twitter been here for like, I know it's been here for like over a decade now, so I don't know, it's just weird to see the sudden change.
So this video, I'm gonna break down a lot of extraterrestrial knowledge. You can read these 3 graphs for yourself, but basically I'm gonna go over some key points. Now, first things first, these are a few of the beings that's here currently, like the insectoids, the Greys, the Pleiadians, the reptilians, etc. Now, it's important to know that they all have different agendas. What I mean by that is one specific race could be here for just getting resources, while another race is here to gain control over the realm. So look at it that way. You have beings that's here on a malevolent agenda, which is bad, evil, and you have beings that's here on a benevolent agenda, which means good, righteous. Now, second, you have a group called the Majestic 12. This group was basically formed for research purposes of different crafts and different beings and keeping it hid from the public. Majestic 12, also known as MJ12 for short, is a purported organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. The organization is claimed to be the code name of an alleged secret committee of scientists, military leaders, and government officials formed in 1947 by an executive order by U.S. President Harry S. Truman to facilitate recovery and investigation of alien spacecraft. So now you get the feel of it, and of course they're gonna call it a conspiracy theory. Now also you have something called DUMBs, deep underground military bases. These bases are huge. Picture a underground New York City, including the skyscrapers, highways, buildings, etc. It's beings living in these tunnels.
What?
Now these are the Greys, of course, but you have multiple different species of Greys. From a
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I see something like that, bro. I'm hitting $150. Like, I'm not with all that extra. You feel me? Like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to see one of those. I'm good.
That's the research I've been doing. A species of them are here to experiment on different humans because supposedly, from what I heard and from research I did, a species of them are dying out. And last is the Eisenhower meeting. Now, you guys can read this paragraph. Basically, he met with different beings and he made contracts with them. They could abduct humans, and basically Eisenhower and them was to get technology in return.
Yo, so you telling me most of like the technology we got is from up there? And you telling me that there's a guy that was meeting with them to do all of this? Like, what? Nah, this is crazy.
What I have learned about Eisenhower's relationship to extraterrestrial beings and ET government treaties is that supposedly in 1954 there was a meeting at Edwards Air Force Base.
Let me know if y'all enjoyed this, and part 2 will be on the way. Part 2 will be on MK Ultra and different techniques of mind control, and basically just putting all the receipts together to give you guys the bigger picture.
I'm not gonna lie, that's interesting. I gotta definitely go see part 2 because like that's something that I'd be interested in because like that's kind of like a crazy story. Like, and I would never think of it like that. Like how we get the technology we got. Like now that makes you wonder, right?
Let me just provide some clarity on Project Bluebeam real quick. Now, I know many of y'all are like, wow, they're disclosing UFO, UAP, different types of information right now. Why are they doing that? Project Bluebeam must be around the corner. They wanted the term Project Bluebeam to go worldwide on purpose.
I heard about this Project Bluebeam too, but I was wondering like what it was, but yeah.
So when y'all do see the real, y'all assume it's fake and y'all don't be connected with the energy. I know y'all been seeing the crafts that been cloaked and things of that nature. So whatever is about to happen or will happen in the near future, they want the world to think it's fake and it's just all holographic technology when that's not the case. They run in reverse psychology, so y'all just gotta stay one step ahead every time.
I ain't gonna lie, now that's some scary stuff right there. Like I'm not with all of that. Like extraterrestrial UFOs and all that. Like don't get me wrong, I'm interested in learning about that, but I'm not interested in, like actually, going to experiment on them. Like I'm good.
Press details. You have been paid 2,000 central bank digital tokens. The following fees are being deducted: accommodation fee, food ration fee, recycling fee, clean energy fee, personal greenhouse gas emissions fee, climate change fee, diversity fee. Your current remaining balance is 5 central bank digital tokens, and if not spent, it will expire in 7 days.
So this is how they trying to do the digital currency? I hope not. I really hope not. I'm not ready for that.
In simple terms, there is a predator race which take a reptilian form. They're feeding off humanity. They've turned humanity into a slave race. They demand human sacrifice. That's where Satanism comes in. They feed off human energy, particularly feed off the energy of children.
Wow. The energy of children. Some real sick people, man. Real sick people.
We'll have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice. Universal basic income. Universal basic income. I think it's going to be necessary.
So y'all heard what he said. Look at this article. Y'all know the Restrict Act that's supposedly for TikTok only? Well, it could target crypto as well. Pope Francis even said back in 2020 that it may be time to consider a universal basic wage, aka universal income. So when y'all tell people to stock up on crypto, just realize your crypto is not going to mean anything in a minute because they want universal income anyway for everybody. For the ones who don't know what a universal income is, a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money like every month. This makes stocking up on crypto worthless.
Like what? Like, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all do that, like, I don't even know where to start. You feel me? But I don't even want to speak on it. Cause it's like, bro, I'm definitely not ready for nothing like that. You feel me? Like I like my money. I know y'all like y'all money, right?
There are 3 kinds of aliens: the Greys, insectoids, and the reptilians. But 9 times out of 10, what people report seeing are the Greys. The reptilians, I don't think those accounts are credible. The invasion already happened.
Wow.
No one knows exactly when.
You always got these creepy moments in the movie.
They're here. They've been here.
Do you know what they want?
I knew there was always truth in movies.
They seem to be studying us. experimenting on us. One thing we know for sure is they use our fears against us.
Trying to learn what our fears are against us. Just like we, you know, are like experimenting with them, like Area 51 and all this stuff. Like, what do you think goes on there? Like the same stuff.
Watch how fragile the woke become when you throw their own logic back at them.
Can I be a bobcat?
If you want to identify as a bobcat, then I will support you.
Can I be a black person?
I don't know about that. That's not really true.
Don't
joke about no shit like that.
Why?
Ever.
Why? I don't believe people should joke about being something that they're not.
I'm going to the president because it made me feel some type of way. How about that?
Wait, do you need a safe space? Did I trigger you?
Now it's going to be a seat with some mother complaints when I go to the president.
Oh no, she's going to the president. What he said makes perfect sense. If you can be anything, then why does it just stop at gender? Why not race? See, the moment she couldn't answer the question, she immediately turned into a Karen. Manager!
I agree. I definitely agree. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments.
I think anyone who hasn't experienced racism shouldn't say anything about it. Full stop.
5 years in a black
100%
neighborhood,
haven't.
I got in a fight every other day for it.
Okay, but that's...
Because I had red hair, they called me
Yeah.
Rooster. I literally got in fights every day.
So you got bullied. Ooh.
That's not racism.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
No,
not.
it kind of is discrimination based on what he looks like.
It's not. That's exactly what racism is.
No, because he wasn't oppressed. We were the ones that oppressed, so you can't call that racism.
How are you oppressed?
No, but I'm
In 2023, how are you oppressed? Because I got news for you, honey. If you had a skill set that was worth something to somebody, you would be the richest fucker in here. I have a lot of young black men that follow me. There's no fucking way on earth I'm gonna let them believe that they have a lesser chance than anybody else if they just work their ass off. Bro, looking at racism is for broke people.
No.
It's not insulting. You lead with it. Get a new identity. I'm a black girl. What? You're so much more than that. You're so much more than that.
I ain't gonna lie, he was spitting. Like, he was spitting. And I'm not with none of that racist stuff and none of that bullying stuff. Like, I used to have those type of friends when I was in school and stuff. Like, so, you know, I love all people. You feel me? We all should be treated equal.
Y'all are gonna have to stop shopping at Walmart because they sell lesbian Christmas trees. Lesbian Christmas trees. I mean, is nothing sacred anymore?
What's that about? I don't even want to go into detail about that.
If you were to intentionally misgender a trans woman, that could put her at risk of murder. You understand that?
I don't.
Trans?
Sorry,
I
I
think
don't
that really does
understand.
show that you're privileged in the situation then.
You said these are the pronouns I need to use.
Yeah.
I said, what if I don't? You said that's an act of violence.
Yeah, I would
So I'm
consider
trying
that
to.
an act of violence against me.
An act of violence against you is a crime.
I would consider that,
So,
I would consider
do you
you being disrespecting me as a person. And that's not okay, and that's not even ethical. It doesn't matter if it's legal, it's not ethical. And I don't know how you can do something that's considered unethical.
You said that's an act of violence. That's a crime. Okay.
I didn't say that was a crime.
An act of violence against you is a crime. So
I did not say that.
You said it is an act of violence
I
against
said
you.
it's an act of violence, and I said misgendering
You-
anyone's an act of
Yes,
violence.
you said it is an act of violence against that person. That is in fact a crime. So here's my question. Since we've now decided we have no idea how many pronouns there are, we can never know how many pronouns there are, and to not use a proper pronoun
You can ask.
is an act of violence against them. Did you ask my pronouns before you sat down?
No, I didn't ask your pronouns because
Why?
I haven't referred to you with pronouns.
You didn't ask my pronouns though. You just said you can ask.
Yeah, you can ask. What are your pronouns?
But you didn't ask.
I'm confused. Mental illness is a real thing, people. It's a real thing. That's all.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good.
That's hilarious.
I wouldn't.
I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. That's funny. But you see what they try to do to people that, you know, that think more? Yeah.
Oh yeah. This some real woke shit.
Wow, you see how they all look similar, right? Crazy. Real crazy.
Listen, Donald Trump said on this video that he likes kissing pretty women and that... You don't? Sir, can I finish? You like kissing ugly women? Excuse me. Can I finish my statement, please? Thank you, I don't appreciate that either.
I mean, I'm with Donald Trump on this one. What about y'all? But that goes for the rest of this video. Y'all go leave a comment, drop a comment, let me know what y'all think about this, and I'll be back next time.